Alright, today's the final day for the Artemis 2 mission. In about 30 minutes, they will be entering the atmosphere soon. And in a few moments, the Orion spacecraft operating on the Artemis 2 mission will have its service module separated after the final burn to change its trajectory to lead into the Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Diego. And the splashdown, according to CNN, said it will happen at... Oh wait, never mind about that. Anyways, Orion is currently moving at over 15,000 miles an hour, over 5,500 miles away from Earth. There they are, over the Pacific Ocean, near Australia. It's currently 1:22 a.m. CET in Europe on April 11th, Saturday, April 11th. So, after the splashdown, a team of divers will set up a raft and guide the astronauts out of the capsule, which are then picked up by a helicopter and escorted onto the boat. I didn't hear the name of the boat correctly, but I also have a prediction on what will happen to the 2 million plus SD cards with the names of people who registered. That includes me. So after the capsule is retrieved, along with all of the SD cards with the name, they will probably be taken by NASA and preserved in one of their museums. And just like always, when I record these videos, all content belongs to their respective owners, in this case NASA and CNN. And before the re-entry, I would also like to say congratulations for the successful mission to the astronauts on board the Orion spacecraft. It's getting lower, less than 5,000 away. Orion continues accelerating. Hey, Christina. Jeremy Hansen is on the communications line between the Orion and NASA mission control.
in that bright spot after your sister. What does that mean to you?
Well, that was certainly unexpected. I wasn't watching the coverage at the time. My sister texted me when
1:26 a.m. CT.
Yeah, no, it's not official, but if that name stuck, that would be fantastic.
We all hope and expect that it will.
Anyways, I will see you once the re-entry starts.
So she didn't know for sure.
Alright, we're back here. Separation of the service module will happen in less than a minute. Orion is currently less than 3,300 miles away from Earth, going at a speed of more than 18,000 miles an hour. Alright. I believe it's a few seconds away. There it goes. Goodbye, service module. Whoa. So much fragments from the separation. That's a lot. Less than 3,000 miles away from Earth.
Our astronauts that went to the moon thought they saw ice crystals, but it was actually ice crystals.
So that's solidified water, those little stuff.
Yeah, so I think it's like ice crystals.
Thank you, Mike.
Here we have a point of view from the Mission Control Center for NASA.
It's snowing in the pendulum. This is ice that stays with you. It's in orbit with you, and it breaks up. It's kind of cool. You know,
32 minutes left until the splashdown. They forgot to put up the timer. Sorry for the finger position.
Most people think of plasma as a yellow fluid in the body. This is obviously different. Patricia, can I just ask you, when you just saw it separate there, that sort of, it almost looked like a champagne cork to me, just sort of pop, separated apart, right? And what did you see? They're obviously successful. They have
Less than 2,800 miles away.
This had to be perfect because the angle at which it popped out is
Speed continues increasing. Velocity. Now it's near 19,000 miles an hour. I knew this since the right stream right here, showing all the Artemis 2 footage and mission control footage. There's the same scene. A lot of signal loss screens.
So now this part that we're seeing now, that you say essentially it's water vapor that's ice. So Bill was just saying that's going to turn into the plasma. Okay, can you just explain in English what this plasma is, right? I guess in a sense it's
4/5 away from the 25,000 miles an hour mark.
That's what the interior of the TV set is made out of. Disassociated atoms, things like that. plasma in outer space. And that's the fourth state of matter. That's what the universe is made of. We are the exception. We're the exceptions. Most of the universe is made out of plasma. The sun is made out of plasma, for example.
So
I know
that's
that.
where, okay, now we've got, when the berm's done here, I mean, we're going through check by check here, Mike. We're getting, they gotta go through each one of these steps, they're on time, which, you know, things can move by a minute or two here and there even at this entry, but right now they are on time. And they're getting closer and closer, you see the distance from Earth going down, and we see the velocity, as Patricia just pointed out, we were at 90.
Yeah, I see nearly 4/5.
45 seconds ago, and here we're now almost at 20,000.
You speed up if that's typically
Less than 2,300 miles. I can't wait.
your high speed is when you start approaching the Earth again after the mission.
Okay, so when you look at these numbers, and you were talking about this crucial angle at which they have to hit the atmosphere.
Again, I would like to say congratulations to the successful mission. Congratulations for the successful mission to the Artemis 2 crew.
Okay, very well. All right, so right now obviously it's quiet, so go ahead and explain.
So as
It's nearby 4/5, less than 2,200 miles away.
an hour when we hit the top of Earth's atmosphere. Right now we're less than that, and that's just speeding up. But that's the Earth pulling the spacecraft toward it. That's the Earth's gravity. Now, when we come in, that plasma that Michio was talking about is caused by friction of the spacecraft slowing down the Earth's atmosphere, heating up, and you get that glowing gas, which is the plasma.
Yeah, I know about that.
Gets to the surface and splashes down. We're going from 24,000 miles an hour to about 20 miles an hour. I mean, so that's, you know, a little.
We're now in the final stages of the mission conclusion.
The force comes from that incredible deceleration as they come through the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, which is just incredible. They did have to have a raised burn, as they call it, in order to adjust after they came off service module to get the angle right. And that is done, and they say that.
1:40 a.m. Central European Time.
Okay, so now the angle's set. So now it's going to be coming in, and we're going to take a very brief break. We're coming back because this crucial moment.
All right.
From the Artemis 2
See you.
the Earth's atmosphere. That moment when it hits the angle and
See you before the re-entry.
minutes away, we expect from re-entry this crucial moment.
All right, we are in the final
Happen.
minutes.
Right now, the images you're looking there are from inside the Orion spacecraft. That's through the window looking out. So that is the view that the crew has. You can see a little bit of the reflections of the orange spacesuits.
Yeah, I see them.
In the picture, but that is a live image looking out of Orion right now.
Oh, and also, by the way, after the launch happened, I saw a video uploaded by someone named Carter, which shows the Artemis 2 launch, synced to the song called Free Bird.
Right now is ready. Randy Kay is there at Johnson Space Center.
And people in the comment section after the launch said, fly safe for the Freebird, aka the Orion spacecraft, to fly safely. And fun fact, I even saw a comment from a person who wants to show the same video to the Artemis 2 crew when they arrive home. Which, fun fact, I did it for him. I copied the link from the video, posted it on Twitter for that is aka X. Twitter is its former name, and I can't wait to see their reactions once they see their Carter's video. Anyways, back to the topic. They are currently less than 700 miles away from the Pacific Ocean. glitches in the signal, probably. Approximately 23,000 miles an hour, 650 miles away.
Start to slow down after they hit that top speed. That plasma's going to start to burn. It's going to turn red hot, orange, red hot. It really is impressive when you see it outside the spacecraft. And you might be staring at it for a while and you say, I don't look at that anymore.
The data stream is also experiencing a bit of lag.
You're going to see this burning red hot plasma around them as they enter into the atmosphere.
There's the Earth,
Change to blue sky.
as shown by the blue aura.
Imagine what it'll look like to us.
Did they have anything to do during this, or just hold on? Hopefully
Less than 600 miles away, 550.
computers will find systems. They'll be monitored there.
And fun fact, crude modules, such as the ones formerly used by the Apollo missions back in the 1960s and 1970s, their re-entry lasts about 3 to 6 minutes long. 23,500 miles per hour speed, less than 500 miles from Earth. A blackout should happen in a few moments.
Blackout period to begin at 6:53 and 54 seconds p.m. Central Time, and again will last about 6 minutes in duration.
Oh, so 4 minutes away from the blackout.
Yes, now, what is it, when they just radio
I mean, it's now 3 minutes away.
EI download, so EI is entry interface.
Entry interface
That's when they hit that. They start
Less than 400 miles away.
the atmosphere, so that's a good sign. Everything's good.
We are at about 24,000 right now, miles an hour. We're going to that in here just in seconds. 7:53, 54 Eastern time is when they have just confirmed, you just heard Mission Control, that we're going to go to this communications blackout. So we're right up against it, almost at the peak speed here as we're looking at these pictures.
Here they go.
incredible. Again, just the contrast.
In a few moments, they will be entering the
that we are
atmosphere, piercing through the layers like a meteor. The plasma from the friction does that when it's descending, punching through the exosphere, troposphere, mesosphere. 2 minutes away from the blackout.
3 minutes from entry interface. 16.5 minutes till splashdown.
What a short period of time, and yet so much has to happen.
Yeah, I agree with the news anchors and reporters at CNN.
As Artemis enters the Earth's atmosphere and through parachute deployment.
I think one thing that's good to remember during this mission almost kind of feel like
Nearly at 5/5, the correct amount of re-entry speed, less than approximately 200 miles from the surface. I wonder what that dot in the distance is. I think it's probably the moon or maybe Venus, I don't know. If I'm incorrect, correct me in the comments. Less than 200 away.
Right? The next ones were going to be SpaceX or Blue Horizon driving these missions. And it strikes me that I think 10 million visitors a year go to Johnson Space Center to visit it. They don't give tours.
Here they go.
You know, the NASA is all of us, right? The 400,000 were paid all the families. They had a built-in Apollo program that felt, everybody felt connected to it. As we get into more privatized space, I wonder.
We are now 90 seconds away. That's 1 minute, they're saying, just a little bit over 1 minute from their time. They said 7:53:54
Cool.
time. And Mike says that the weather at the location off the USS Martha at splashdown is a go.
Is it go? Great.
I mean, we can see it. It doesn't get more perfect than that weather,
That's
but
good. Yeah, that's the California's a good place for this sort of thing. Good weather.
Wow, a whole lot of cloudy weather there in the Pacific. West Pacific Ocean. Less than 120 miles away from Earth's surface.
what is it like for them in these moments?
I think there's a bit of whimsy, that you're sort of like you're sad it's over at the same time you're excited about getting back to tell your story, getting back on Earth, seeing people, talking
100 miles away from Earth's surface.
When people were talking about who's going to...
Less than 95 away.
The government, NASA...
It's nearly 25,000 miles an hour. We should be seeing the plasma in about less than a
All right, so now let's listen
minute.
to Mission Control. Let's listen to Mission Control here. We are just 10 seconds away.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we have crossed the threshold now, entering the Earth's atmosphere. We're at 400,000 feet, traveling 34,800 feet.
There goes the capsule, rotating into its desired re-entry position. I see the plasma.
Time to splash
I
down.
see sparks.
10 seconds.
Hell yeah! Congrats to the Artemis 2 crew for their successful mission. Oh,
And as predicted, we've entered our communications blackout. This will be a 6-minute blackout period. No voice, no data from the crew.
Mike Massimino, they have, now we're in the blackout.
Yep.
We had thought that would be at 7:53:54. It was about 20 seconds after that, and then we saw it go to blue. We saw it happen.
Yeah.
So now they're there. And what are they doing right now? We can't see them.
I cannot wait to see the crew's reactions once they arrive home and watch the Artemis 2 Freebird video.
Looking at what you need to look at, monitoring what you need to monitor. It's going to be a really cool light.
There's that tiny speck. I think it's the capsule.
I was sitting behind the commander, behind the
Whoa, whoa, too much camera movement.
windows. If I held up a mirror, I could see the tail going red hot. And
Since their launch back on April 1st.
So this is Mission Control. When we go back to the black image, there is a pinpoint of light that you can see maybe for a second or so when it pops up, which is the ship. So that we can see that part of it. It is important to know that after this, we will get images of what they saw.
Right.
Right, with Artemis 1, we did, right? So all of the, what you call the light show that were going on outside that window,
Yeah.
we will get it. We will
Yeah.
see what they saw. It just obviously not in the moment.
I think the other thing that's
Yeah, in about 6 or 3 minutes.
just like we learned a
3
lot
or
about
6.
the process from Artemis 1, we're going to learn a lot. Every reentry is a learning experience. There are
11 minutes away from the splashdown.
which are what we usually use to measure earthquakes, like all around up and down the coast of Southern California, and they're going to measure that shock wave or that sonic boom as that spacecraft, as the Orion comes back into the atmosphere. And from the different signals that they get from the seismometers, they'll be able to learn about the properties of that shock wave and tell more about the reentry process and how it happened, and then they might be able to
And
refine things later on.
there it is. Whoa.
Plasma buildup around
It really feels like a meteor.
repelling of that heat.
I'm saying it just feels, not looking like an actual meteor.
really bright orange, red hot there.
And you can see the crew waiting, and they said they have visualization.
Oh, great,
They
great to see them. And as I was saying, like what you pointed out, they're taking a lot of
Communications are lost.
everything, and you've got multiple cameras all over the place, I would imagine. So we'll get to see what they saw eventually, I would imagine.
Yeah.
On this mission, we'll go down. Yeah, the cameras have improved a lot over the years. Yeah, and they were really well trained. That was a big part of their training, was to document all this.
And what
The next mission will be Artemis 3, which will be a low Earth orbit test of two commercially developed landers, the Starship HLS from SpaceX, or the
Getting close to splashdown here. Just an absolutely
Blue Moon, which belongs to the
use our special coverage
space organization Blue Origin.
From splashdown in the Pacific, just off the coast of San Diego. 8:07 is the time of the splashdown. We are anticipating 360 special coverage. Right now, they're making their way through the most critical phase of re-entry after hitting the Earth's atmosphere at speeds approaching 25,000 miles an hour. Those speeds and the heat from there causing a 6-minute communications blackout. That's where we're in right now. And I just want to be clear, what you're looking at is NASA's calling it a visualization. It's essentially an animation that NASA is putting out. This isn't something we've created. This is what NASA is putting out to give you a sense of what it looks like, what the capsule is experiencing, what the astronauts are experiencing. Shortly before that blackout began, Commander Reed Wiseman
Whoa.
that he had a great view
Absolutely piercing.
was a few days ago. Houston replied,
It's nearly 2 a.m. CET here in
"Door, the steepest, hottest part of his descent, the Orion crew module
Prilip.
is getting ready to slow to a few hundred miles an hour, after which a sequence of parachutes will slow it further to about 90 miles an hour, all of which you will see on camera.
Sorry about that.
Communication is restored in just a few minutes. It's going to slow to about 19 miles an hour, bringing Reed Wiseman, mission specialist Christina Cook, mission specialist Jeremy Hansen, who's a Canadian astronaut, and pilot Victor Glover back home. Joining me right now, CNN aviation correspondent Pete Montine, and three very distinguished former astronauts, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, Jeanette Epps, and Garrett Reisman. I appreciate all.
Currently 133 miles away from
What does it feel
the
like
surface.
inside that capsule?
Well, they're going to get up to about 4 Gs, so it'll get pretty heavy. Your body will feel 4 times.
The clock just hit 2 a.m. here.
Helicopters have a visual of the capsule.
That's great. That's good. Still a while until the shoot's up. Right here, they're going to splash down at 8:07. So they got a little ways to go.
The burning has gone out.
Busy now monitoring the
Air resistance should now drag the capsule into slowing down, so it can deploy the parachutes.
bank angle to control its lift factor, to control the place it's
There it is.
Obviously,
It's gradually dropping.
It's coming in a different trajectory, a re-entry trajectory than Artemis 1 was.
Yes, it is. Well, we've got a crew out here this time, so it's going to do a slightly different maneuvers.
Heat-seeking camera.
You make it a little bit more comfortable for the crew as well. And then when the parachutes come out,
Wow, it just looks like a hurricane from above.
and it'll, once that happens, it'll slow the craft down to a much slower speed, manageable speed, and then the secondary, the main parachutes, the 3 main parachutes will deploy.
Pete, right now, what stands out to you? What should we all be watching?
This is the most dangerous part of this whole mission. And the crew is not out of danger yet. Remember,
A lot of signal glitches.
faced problems after
They're
Artemis
saying
1.
the trajectory is perfect, and we're starting to get intermittent views. I just that one of
14 miles away from Earth.
Here, this is switched by NASA, it's directed by NASA, and this is coming from a P3.
It's increasing for some reason, but it's still getting closer.
Your trajectory is nominal, and your recovery teams have visual.
so they have indications now.
This appears to be the end of the
No
blackout.
action for the enabled internal camera controller fail.
Big cheers from the viewing room here in Mission Control as voice communication reestablished with Commander Reed Wiseman. For America and a waiting world, integrity is 5.5 minutes away from.
Sorry for the flashes.
So all the concern about the space.
I apologize if this may trigger
They seem good.
epileptic seizures.
Not sure exactly where peak heating is.
Passing
So
100,000 feet now.
they're probably through that. And
It would be about 4,000 to 5,000.
yeah, about half the temperature of the surface of the sun. Also about twice as hot as the space shuttle tiles would get during
Wait, it returned to 15 miles. I believe the distance measuring system has gone a bit haywire.
And that's what the actual
or
So I'm not sure
it was
the
bugged
exact
out.
speed, but like the trajectory they're coming in is so that they'll land in the exact spot.
There's the spec.
Pick them up immediately. Okay, and they're about to pull the sheets.
You know, the interesting thing about this trajectory is they're not just hitting the atmosphere and re-entering as you skip off the atmosphere.
8 miles away from the surface.
To slow down a little bit, control the temperature, and then re-enter, sort of re-enter like a second time.
4.5 minutes to splash down.
Here is the superlative energy we've gone from Mach
2:03 a.m. CET.
at the surface of the ocean, the speed of a bike.
There's the Orion capsule.
This is an incredible feat of engineering here, and we're going to see the set of
And for the third time, congrats to the crew.
through the danger. Yes, yes. Now the critical part of this is making sure making sure the drogue chutes open, and then the main parachute.
For the astronauts inside that capsule, can do they have a sense of how fast they're moving? I mean, are they seeing land so that they can have a sense? Because I've heard from other astronauts who have had different kind of trajectory. They can see the land, so they get a sense of how fast they may be
Oh,
going.
there goes the drogue chutes.
The drogue chutes are on drogues. So if they look out the window, they're looking up. So they can't see the water.
2 good drogue chutes. Next up,
We copy, we see them.
the deployment of pilot parachutes that will pull the main chutes out. Time to splash down 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
The drogue's essentially designed to sort of stabilize the space.
2:07 CET will be the splashdown time.
For the spacecraft, bring it to a
Perfect descent rate according to flight dynamics.
Good race on 2 droves.
We'll keep the on board.
A whole lot of pixels. But we can still see the capsule.
Passing through 10,000 feet.
10,000 feet.
Still on drogues.
They're probably going 300 miles an hour or something like that.
4 miles away. There go the pilot chutes and the main ones.
Main chute deployed.
The main chutes, when fully
We're
deployed,
at 5,000 feet.
roughly the size of a football field. 3 different parachutes here.
Surge and recovery beta has been activated on integrity.
Feet in surface area.
And we have 3 good main chutes.
Now they're in really good shape.
There is. Just about 4 or 3 miles from sea level.
Integrity. Cabin pressure indicates no need for hydrazine checks.
Yay, even more heat seeking.
The next big test here is when
This is a perfect descent for integrity. Its crew sounding Hale and Hardy on board.
Heck yeah.
integrity
Time to
touches down,
splash down 1 minute 15 seconds.
will it be right side up or upside down? And that is the big question here. And bags will deploy, 5 of them, filled with helium, around the circumference of the spacecraft in order to right it if it lands upside down. And when it's right side up,
To complete a
all
journey
okay.
spanning 690
1 minute left until splashdown.
miles from its launch from the Kennedy Space Center back on April 1st and a trip around the moon.
This is the first time the Orion capsule is doing this.
No, the first part of this mission, it was the Orion capsule, but with no crew members. No crews. We're about a minute out to splashdown, and so far the timing has been really good. The estimate was that this would happen at 7:07:07 Central Time.
Passing through 1,000 feet.
Alright.
And the naval vessel, I mean, they are right there. They are not far from the splashdown.
All very close to the ship.
So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, splash.
Wow, there's touchdown. There it is. Should be about 60 miles or so, I think, from San Diego.
Hell yeah! Congrats to the Artemis 2 crew on your successful mission.
Splashdown confirmed.
So now they have teams who are already on the water who will go to them. They'll have divers who will check the outside.
There are 4 Navy helicopters standing by on the USS John North. 2 are camper ships.
And that concludes the Artemis 2 season and week as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, sub, share, comment, and hit that bell to get notified whenever I upload a video or share a post. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.